Hello and welcome to the gaming scene, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host Connor, and as I mentioned on Monday, the weekly gaming update is going to be split. And on Monday there was the game releases, and today I'm bringing you the news for the previous week. Well, actually week and a half, because that was the last time I did a weekly update. So this is probably around the time when the weekly news is going to be released. It'll probably be possibly be a Thursday, possibly be a Friday, depending on how much news. If there's a lot of news, you know, I might put it Thursday to get it all done. And if it's Friday, if there's not much and all, there's some big news I want to wait for, I might put it on Friday just to keep that in and keep the news like fresh and updated. So the news is going to be one of these 2 days. I can't confirm which it'll be. It probably will alternate a bit, but it'll generally be around this time, so keep an eye out for it. Anyway, let's just kick on with the news for the last week and a half, and let's first kick off with the Wii U details. So the Wii U has been priced and dated in Japan and North America. First up in Japan, the 8GB console is going to go for 26,250 yen, and the 32GB console would be for 31,500 yen, and 32GB console you're going to get a Nintendo Network Premium subscription, which gives you eShop points to spend as well as a 10% discount. Now in North America, which I'm sure applies to a few more of you, the Wii U will be released on the 18th of November, priced at $300 for the 8GB console or $350 for the 32GB console, adding in a Nintendo Land access. So yeah, is that a bit expensive for the Wii? You're gonna wait for, you know, maybe the price to drop a bit a few weeks after release. I know I certainly won't be getting it on release, but I might wait until the price drops a little bit, because for me, $300, $350 is a bit steep, and I'm not willing to spend that yet. Anyway, moving on to other news, and Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero has been announced at PAX, set to be a prequel for Metal Gear Solid 5, I believe. The Metal Gear Solid will include lots of different features, including more interaction with vehicles, including land vehicles and air vehicles. So Snake gets a bit more adventure and action this time, which will be great to see. Next up, we have the demo for Resident Evil 6 has been announced to be released on the 18th of September, giving you a little sample of all 3 campaign viewpoints. Leon, Chris and Jake. In the main game you'll get to play as all 3, but the demo gives you a little sample for each 3, maybe to try and, you know, rope you in. And you'll be able to play the full game on the 2nd of October. Also, the Gotham City Imposters game has become free to play on, I don't know about Xbox and PS3, but it definitely has become free to play on PC, which basically this game is where you have a load of, you know, people pretending to be Batman, people pretending to be the Joker, and they fight it out, you know, with guns. And it's just sort of a deathmatch related game. There's no story, there's no single player. It's just, you know, a scenario deathmatch. It's quite fun, you know. There's a very interesting action and art set to it, so it's a great thing. And of course, it's free to play. So what more could you want? Moving on to Tekken now, and to coincide with the Tekken Tag Tournament 2 release, there's going to be a World Tekken Federation release, and this is a platform for the multiplayer which collects statistics and it helps you set up teams in a similar way to Battlelog for Battlefield and Autolog for Need for Speed. So, you know, with all these other games releasing similar ideas, Tekken has tagged along and introduced World Tekken Federation. Well, now next game, and we have Marvel Heroes. Well, Marvel Heroes has been announced. It will be a free-to-play massively multiplayer online, and will include characters such as the Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Wolverine and Spider-Man. The closed beta for this game will open on the 1st of October, so make sure you sign up to get early access to the Marvel Heroes MMO, which I'm sure many of you will be massive fans of right now. Bayonetta 2 has also been revealed, and it will be exclusively for the Wii U. There will be no PS3, PC or Xbox version of it. It was exclusively for the Wii U, so the Wii U is getting consoles. So the Wii U is getting a specific game for it, which is nice to see. Maybe it'll encourage people to buy it. Next up in the news, we have Insomniac Games. The creators of Ratchet & Clank have teamed up with EA for a new game called Fuse, set for release in March 2013. The game lets you play as 4 agents, freely allowing you to swap between all 4 of them during single player, who use an alien substance called Fuse to upgrade their weapons and abilities. It's quite an interesting, like, futuristic little shooter, and with Ratchet and Clank, with the guys from Ratchet and Clank and EA teaming up, it looks like a fantastic game in the works, which is always great to see. Next up we have Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and it seems Ace Attorney 5 has been confirmed for the Nintendo 3DS. The game is set a year after Apologise, and despite the fact that the last Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney has not been released in America and Europe, this game may well be, and they may well skip the last game, but this will definitely be coming out in Japan for the Nintendo 3DS. And also on Ace Attorney news, well, the Ace Attorney trilogy for iOS has been announced, which will contain the 3 original games of the series, which are the original game, the Ace Attorney Justice for All, and Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. It's quite a fantastic little series. You know, I know lots of people love it. There's a lot of comedy in there, a lot of humour, and plenty of people love it. So so make sure you have a look. If you've got an iOS, you finally get to play it, and what can I say, definitely have a look. Next up we have Iron Sky Evasion, the film. You may have heard of Iron Sky the film, and well, it seems it's going to be getting a game. Now if you don't know what the film is, it's a comedy film about invading Nazis from the moon. Yeah, sounds great. I don't know. I'm not actually honestly sure what to think of the film or the game, but at the end of the day, it looks interesting. It could be quite funny, you know. So, and that looks to hit stores on the 13th of November. So if you want a bit of that, make sure to have a look. Next up, we have Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2013, and that game is going to become with a peripheral called the Fear Master. Now, the Fear Master is, I believe, a gun. And with the PS3 and Xbox 360, you'll also get the extra heartbeat sensor and infrared camera attached. So if you want to get this game is going to be released on the 23rd of October, and it will also be on the Wii. So if you want a bit of hunting and you like a new start, you want a new hunting simulator, this could be the game for you, and you'll get the Fear Master added in. Free goodies, what more could you want? Next up, and second from last, I believe, is in anticipation of the Medal of Honor Warfighter, EA have made some episodes which detail the different aspects of the SEAL teams. These are called the SEAL Team 6 Combat Training and cover different things. So far, episode 1 was Sniper, and the second episode was called Point Man, you know, the man that stands at the front and basically get shot at. So these detail all the different roles a SEAL team has in combat, and they're quite an interesting watch, using real life characters but with their voices muted. So, you know, make sure to have a look at those, because they certainly are interesting and may get you in the mood for a bit of Medal of Honor Warfighter. And finally, is Valve going to be entering the console race? Maybe so. There is a job description on their website that states that that Valve have a frustration at the lack of innovation in the computer hardware space, so they are jumping in. Does this mean a console, or does this mean that they might be introducing new computer peripherals or hardware? Who knows, but it certainly is an interesting thing, so make sure you keep an eye out for all Valve products in the future. Who knows what they'll be releasing. And that's all the news for this week. I would just quickly like to apologise here, my voice sounded a bit dodgy. I do have a cold. It's England, it's miserable. And I managed to contract some of that miserable weather into my body. So sorry if I had a cold, and sorry if you couldn't understand it that well. That's the news for this week though. That's all I've got to say, and hopefully you'll come back next week for more news, where I should hopefully have much more detailed information for you to give you guys. And well, that's it. So that'll be me, Connor, out.